Jared Jones is on the way at the end of the month, and Seth Hernandez is already going to High-A Greensboro. Let's talk about that today. My name is Nathan Osler, and welcome to my YouTube channel. We are on the road to 600 subscribers, so make sure to subscribe down to the channel down below, and let's just talk some buccos here. So Jared Jones currently is on a rehab assignment. He's now pitched for the Bradenton Marauders, the Indianapolis Indians, and as of most recent, the Altoona Curve. He's kind of just going wherever the home games are. You're not going to have him travel on the road with the team. You're not going to make a guy who's on the 40-man basically get on a bus and travel places. So I want to go through Jared Jones' first 3 outings on his rehab assignment because he is projected to join the team at the end of May. And currently, at the time of me recording this, it is after Paul Skeens just threw 8 shutout innings against the Colorado Rockies in a 3-1 win on May 12th. We are about halfway there to Jared Jones coming back off the IL ever since his little Tommy John injury and his Tommy John surgery that he had last spring training, which feels like yesterday. It's been a long time without Jared Jones. Had a pretty stellar rookie year, one could say. Kind of fell off around the second half, but you saw the potential of what he had. Wicked fastball, wicked stuff from Jared Jones. But let's just take a look at what he's done so far in his rehab stint. So his first game with the Bradenton Marauders, he only threw 3 innings. Of course, they're limiting his innings during this, so it's kind of a small sample size here. But in those 3 innings, 5 strikeouts. You might be like, it's against low A. Sure. But still, 5 strikeouts in 3 innings. Great first rehab stint right there for Jared Jones. Very short one there. With the Indianapolis Indians, this is where you saw him allow a run. It was against the Omaha. He went one game there, 3 innings against them, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Still kind of the same old thing, just limited sample size. Was hit around a little bit in Indianapolis against Omaha there. But tonight against Harrisburg, the Harrisburg Senators for Double-A Altoona, makes a Double-A start. So if you were in the Pittsburgh area, you could have made the short drive or long drive, depending where you are, to the Altoona Curve to watch Jared Jones pitch. He threw 4 shutout innings tonight, allowed 3 hits and 4 strikeouts. So far this season in his minor league stints, so far in 3 games, 10 innings pitched, 11 strikeouts. He has a .9 ERA and a .9 whip. He is 0-1. He took the loss in the Indianapolis games, but I could care less about he's winning or losing games for AAA affiliates. So far, so good for Jared Jones, I would say, in the minor leagues, and he's going to be a welcome addition whenever he is back. I think that's a very easy thing to say, because I wanted to kind of talk about the bullpen struggling as of recent, but then you see this news of Jared Jones going on rehab. You see the news of Seth Hernandez. I wanted to keep it positive today, and we've been seeing all the negativity around this bullpen and how the righties have all decided to struggle at once, and it's been the lefties, surprisingly, that have been the good ones. You have Gregory Soto decides allowing the run tonight. He's been very good. He's been their best reliever. Mason Montgomery has been started out slow, but ever since then, he's been a success story. He's been a big part of that Brandon Lowe trade. And then you have other guys. Evan Sisk has looked interesting. He has allowed some inherited runs to scored, but for what you are expecting out of Evan Sisk, he's been decent. And that's the guy that was the most random trade in the Bailey Falter deal. But when you look at all the righties, you have Cam Sanders, who's been sent back up and down. It's going to be about 4 times, it feels like. Dennis Santana has been struggling a lot. You have other guys. Isaac Mattson has been It's just frustrating. It's been a very frustrating bullpen. Justin Lawrence is another guy. Very frustrating so far. And I'm probably forgetting some guys at the top of my head. That's just how this bullpen has been this year. Yohan Ramirez is another one. He can be in the zone, but then out of nowhere just lose control. Like we saw him hit a couple guys in San Francisco in that 12-inning whatever it was. That game just never wanted to end. But when Jared Jones comes back, it puts this team in a very particular situation here. They could either preserve his innings, because he's going to be on an innings limit, I would assume. He's currently doing that now in these rehab stints. I'm assuming he'll at least get one of these where he'll be able to go 5, maybe 6, who knows. But whenever he comes back to the majors, under his own health, whatever he's ready, it could be the end of this month. Maybe he's like, let's wait till June. Maybe the Pirates are like, let's hold off a little bit. Maybe he starts struggling. Maybe they'll hold off a little bit. But whenever he's ready to come back, maybe he goes straight to the bullpen. I've seen a lot of people say closer. He would be an awesome closer. And you think Mason Miller, currently with the San Diego Padres. Mason Miller was a guy with the then Oakland Athletics when he comes up. He was built as this starting pitcher, had some injury concerns where, like, we don't want his arm to blow up because he's throwing 100 miles per hour almost every single pitch. And now Mason Miller is by far the best closer in the game. He is practically unhittable, and he is going to be paid like the best closer in the game. Heck, Mason Miller was traded for a number one prospect in the Padres organization, Leo DeVries, which is crazy. A closer got acquired for a number one prospect in all of baseball. Well, not all of baseball, but in all of the Padres organization, and a top 10 consensus prospect in all of baseball, Leo DeVries. That is crazy. Could Jared Jones be the next Mason Miller? I don't know. Maybe. But I want him in this starting rotation. If he has to start out in the bullpen, so what? And it would be a great way to have a righty in the pen. A solid righty that you can trust. But there's another righty in the rotation that I want in the bullpen more so than Jared Jones, and they can just switch places. It's Carmen Mlodzinski. We all seen Carmen Mlodzinski start out strong in the first inning or 2 innings. First time through the order, clean. But then whenever he gets to the second or third time, it kind of all unravels for Carmen Mlodzinski. And that is why I want him in the bullpen. We saw one of Carmen's best games this year was when the opener was used against the Washington Nationals. They brought in Mason Montgomery to pitch the first inning. He got those 1, 2, 3, the top of the order, including James Wood, out. And then Carmen Mlodzinski just lights out. I think he went all the way to the 7th or 8th inning. It was like a 6-inning game for him. And he pitched really good. And there's been times where Carmen has looked good besides that game, but then he starts to, you can tell when Carmen loses it. And it's nothing on Carmen. I just think he's a better reliever than starter. He should be in the bullpen. And with how the righties are struggling currently right now, Carmen Mlodzinski, as a right-handed pitcher, helps that bullpen. He could be a high-leverage guy. He could be that Yohan Ramirez role on a day where they need someone to eat innings because he's been stretched out as a starting pitcher. Carmen Mlodzinski could be a guy. If you get a bad day from a Bubba Chandler, a bad day from even a Skeens, an Ashcraft, or a Mitch Keller, you could use Carmen Mlodzinski as a guy to go 2 or 3 innings and rest the rest of your bullpen so you're not just throwing maybe Mason Montgomery out there for 1 inning, Justin Lawrence, if he's still on the team at this time, for 1 inning. You could do that if Carmen Mlodzinski is in the bullpen. So Jared Jones is on the way, and Jared Jones is going to make this team a lot better. Jared Jones has been very good his entire career, and he has been a guy where it's like, man, he is special. He can do good things when he is on. And whenever he has his fastball on a good day, we all remember his major league debut against the Miami Marlins, where he gave the Pirates no choice out of spring training and said, I am coming to Miami with you. And he did what he did against the Miami Marlins. This team, if there's anything the Pirates have done right, they have spoiled fans with major league debuts. Jared Jones, you have Paul Skeens, Braxton Ashcraft, even Bubba Chandler's debut against the Rockies, where he had that little 3-inning save against the Colorado Rockies. That was a lot of fun. Even though Bubba Chandler's struggling right now, this team has put themselves in a good position when it comes to starting pitching options. And Jared Jones coming back is even huge. It's bigger for this rotation because you did trade away some depth. You traded away Mike Burrows. You traded away Johan Oviedo. No, both of those guys haven't really been all that. Johan Oviedo's had some injury bug issues already with the Red Sox. And Burrows has kind of been off to a slow start with the Houston Astros. Now, he did, thank goodness, shove against the Cincinnati Reds. Old pal. Thank you, Mike Burrows, for doing that. But, man, this rotation needs depth just in case someone goes down. And Jared Jones is going to be coming back at the end of May. So, good for Jared Jones. It's nice to see him shoving right now in the minor leagues. So it's maybe 1 or 2 more starts for him in AAA, AA, wherever he goes. He's going to probably be going off and on wherever the Pirates send him, wherever he can get a chance to start every 5th day. That is not a road game. He's going to be pitching home games. So Jared Jones is coming soon. Will he take Carmen Mlodzinski's spot? I'd guess so. I think he's going to take that spot. But I want to talk about another guy. Let's move on to Seth Hernandez here. Seth Hernandez, top pick in last year's draft in 2025, first round, 6th overall out of Corona, California high school. a high school that has produced multiple guys, and it's one of the top high schools when it comes to high school baseball in the United States. It's one of those top prep California schools where it's like, this is the place to go if you want to make the big leagues. And man, oh man, Seth Hernandez with the Bradenton Marauders so far this season. We got to see him in the spring breakout game. You could tell he was a little bit nervous. Had some control issues, did whatever. He was playing against Max Clark and the Tigers. But man, Seth Hernandez for the Bradenton Marauders here. Let's go game by game. First game, 3 innings. Allowed 1 run on 3 hits, but threw 8 strikeouts. Second game, he went 4 innings. No hits, no earned runs. He hit a batter, walked another, but struck out 7. His next game, 5 innings, no hits yet again, no runs, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. His fourth game, he went 5 innings, only allowed a hit, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts. That's only the month of April. So in the month of April with the Bradenton Marauders, Seth Hernandez went 2-0 with an 0.53 ERA, 17 innings, only allowed 4 hits in 17 innings, 1 earned run. He only hit 1 guy. He walked 5 and struck out a whopping 32 batters in 17 innings. What a start for that month. Then we go to May, where he'd only get 2 starts for a good reason, because he's already going to High-A Greensboro. But starting here, in his first start for the Marauders in the month of May, he goes 5 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, allowed 2 homers, 1 walk. This was his worst start so far, but he still struck out a whopping 9 guys in 5 innings, despite allowing the 2 home runs on 6 hits. Then his last start with the Marauders on May 8th, he would go on the road in Dunedin against the Blue Jays affiliate there. 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. In the month of May, he would have a 1.64 ERA with 11 innings, 9 hits, 2 earned runs, both being homers, 2 walks, 18 strikeouts. So 18 strikeouts and 11 innings of work in the month of May. His overall numbers for 6 starts for the Bradenton Marauders as a 19-year-old, by the way. A 19-year-old. He's turning 20 on June 28th, so about a month from now. But at age 19, Connor Griffin age, basically. 3-0 in 6 starts at the Marauders, an 0.96 ERA, so a sub-1 ERA, 28 innings, an 0.71 whip, and his total strikeouts in 28 innings is just absurd. 50. He's already halfway to 100 this year in the minor leagues. Wow. You know, a lot of people were frustrated with the Seth Hernandez pick. And I didn't understand that frustration at all, because this is my thing about Yinzers. Yinzers have football brains. What do I mean by football brain, you might ask? I mean, win now, win now, win now. Every game matters. It's only a 16-game season. That's football brain. Baseball brain is you build for the future, especially in the MLB draft. Now, you want to win every game in baseball, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to a baseball draft compared to an NFL draft, you draft not for now, you draft for the future. I think if you're watching this, you definitely understand this. But on Twitter, man, when Seth Hernandez was drafted, people were labeling this the worst pick ever. And man, oh man, they are wrong. Because when you think about it, Seth Hernandez is going to be here 4 years from now when a lot of the guys on the team now aren't here. He's going to be here. If Paul Skeens isn't here, you're hoping Seth Hernandez is the ace. And that is why he is in this Pirates org. He is already the top prospect on this team, especially once Connor Griffin gets elevated from prospect status, which should be soon, probably the next update for rankings on MLB Pipeline, Fangraphs, Baseball America, wherever you get your prospect rankings. He's going to be off that rankings list soon. It's going to be Seth Hernandez being the top guy in the Pirates org, and probably soon to be one of the top guys in all of baseball. Seth Hernandez is up there for a reason, but he was a solid pick. There were fans saying it should have been a bat. You should have got a college bat. Now, sure, a college bat might help you sooner rather than later, but I want to try to build the team for the future through the draft. And if Seth Hernandez is the ace of the future, man, They are practically, the way he is pitching in the minor leagues, I'm not saying he is a Paul Skeens clone, but he's practically pitching like Paul Skeens right now for the Bradenton Marauders and now the Greensboro Grasshoppers. Seth Hernandez looks like a dude. He is going to be a guy to deal with and a guy that is going to frustrate a lot of major league hitters when he comes to the big leagues. And man, oh man, I hope he is a success for this Buccos team. I am excited to see what he does for the Greensboro Grasshoppers because it is going to be interesting to see how he does in a ballpark that is known as a boombox. Greensboro is a place where a fly ball can turn into a home run. A easy line out can turn into a double. The ball just carries there. It carries there for a reason. It's a ballpark where a lot of guys hit home runs. You remember the prospects of yesterday, the Mason Martins of the world? Those guys raked down in Greensboro. And now look at Mason Martin, nowhere to be found in independent baseball. So, Greensboro is a place where hitters succeed, pitchers struggle. It's kind of like the opposite of the Altoona curve. It's a place where pitchers might succeed, but hitters are going to struggle because Altoona is a completely different ballpark than what Greensboro has. Honestly, Greensboro is a place I would love to go check out at some point if I lived closer. I've been able to go to an Altoona Curve game a couple times. I've even been to Indianapolis a couple times. I haven't been able to go to Greensboro. I have been to Bradenton's ballpark for spring training, not a minor league game. But Greensboro is the one minor league ballpark of the AAA, AA, High A, and Low A I have not been to. I still have to get it. I want to get a Greensboro hat too. Those hats are really nice. One of the best minor league logos in my opinion. But that's a topic for a different day. But man, oh man, Seth Hernandez, I'm excited to see what he can do. There is a chance where Seth Hernandez could touch AA, maybe for one start this year. I think you have to hold him in single A, or high A that is. I think you got to let him pitch high A for a good amount of this season because he only had 5 starts in low A. Actually, 6 starts that is. It looks like 5, but he only had 6 starts in low A. I don't really want to watch. I don't want to rush Seth Hernandez because this is an arm. It's a young arm. He's only 19. He was just pitching in high school a year ago. This is a guy I do not want the Pirates to rush. We saw how long it took Bubba Chandler to make the big leagues, and Bubba Chandler was a round 2 guy, or it might have been a round 3. I always get him and Salamedo mixed up, but only one of those guys made the league because one of their guys was able to preserve his arm. Bubba Chandler. Salamedo is already hurt this year. He's probably done as a Pirate. I think he is officially going to be done. But that's a story for another day. But I don't want them to rush Seth Hernandez. I want him to get time in Greensboro because I want him to stay healthy. He has to get worked up. He has to start pitching these late, like at least 5 or 6 innings an outing. It started with 3, then it went to 4. He was able to hit 3 times in a row 5. Then he just went 6 innings on May 8th. His first start in Greensboro is going to be interesting. So on MILB pipeline right now, I'm looking at his box score. His next Greensboro game says this is the 13th. Is it going to be him? I would love to know. Let's see here if I can figure that out. But yeah, it might be. It might not be. Who knows? I'm excited to talk about it, though. I'm excited to see what Seth Hernandez can do. I'm also excited to see Jared Jones when he gets to the team at the end of the month. Let me know down in the comments down below what your thoughts are on Jared Jones. Where do you want him? Do you want him in the rotation? Whose spot is he taking? And why is it Majinski? Or are you one of those guys that want to see Jared Jones close? Or you want to see him in the bullpen? I would be fine with that as well. If Majinski heats up, who knows? Maybe the Pirates give them a reason not to get rid of him or Bubba Chandler and put them in the bullpen. If those guys can give him a reason and make it a difficult decision, maybe Jared Jones starts in the bullpen and helps the team there because it would be a flame-throwing right-hander to put in there, and it would help the team a lot either way. And also, let me know about Seth Hernandez. What are your thoughts on Seth Hernandez? Were you a fan at the pick at the time? Were you one of those people that were like, I don't like this pick. I wanted a bat. And what do you think now about Seth Hernandez? Are you excited about what he can do? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. We are on the road to 600 subscribers. Help us get there, hopefully, by the end of this season. Make sure to leave a like on the video. Comment down below all your thoughts. Hit that subscribe button. My name is Nathan. I will see you next time. And as always, let's go Bucks.